Today, we talk about
Scatter. What up? Here we go. So we were just comparing these. What, you scored? Got him. So what I wanted to discuss in this video was the evolution of the 350 line, specifically the V2, but I can quickly call upon the V1 as well. Scatter. So first thing is, despite the Adidas is here, the Yeezys beyond this wall. Nike's here. We will be discussing more models as I get the time. It's just been kind of a trip to go through everything. It kind of takes forever. But what we're focused on here is comparing how we got here from here. So the first ever Yeezy 350 model was these turtle doves. Here you see the heel tab, the classic heel tab, the classic sole with the encased boost. That you can barely visibly see there, but obviously there it says boost, got them. And then that lovely turtle dove pattern, one of the most beautiful shoes ever made. And there's the Adidas embossed logo on that one, and then YZY on that one. Can you even see that? Let's see. Yeah, right there. Boom, got them. And then he released three other colorways. The only other one of which I really liked a lot was the pirate black. So you see the similarity here as far as knit pattern goes, the lovely black and white, and then the exposed boost. Got him. Hey, yo. Then he went into the 350 V2s. This was the very first colorway of that. And if we want to compare them, and again, I went a full size up in these because I only went a half size up in these, and they still are a little tight, and that's why I had to remove the insole. But as you can see here, the knit pattern on the inside, super crazy, and not, get that ice cream swirl to it. My favorite part is by far the speckling of little bops of orange, and then that faded Thanos as fuck stripe. Now, and then the bottom here is slightly different. Bigger boost base, slightly different outsole pattern, a lot more aggressive looking, and this has become essentially the flagship silhouette of the Yeezy line for what's synonymous with Yeezy. Yeezy Supply 350, that was a new change from the V1s, and they called this the beluga colorway for whatever reason. I don't know what the relation is to beluga whales, but it is what it is. Key thing to note here, though, is there's no heel tab or pull tab or whatever you call it in the back here on the boot. So now, fast forward, we get our first Yeezy 350 V2 with the heel tab. So I like to refer to this as the 350 V2.1. And so the slight differences here. The outsole has a little butt cream that kind of creeps up from the bottom. Zoop. And then the rest of it is kind of this milky-ish to it. And this was the original, not the original release. That was like for $1,500. This was more so the re-release before the most recent re-release, which from what I've heard from people is a slightly different color, but it is what it is. Still get that ice cream swirl, and these were the zebra colorways with a slight change in the 350 writing from this being left to right, this being right to left, and again having a heel tab. So this one I also removed the insole because it was still tight at 11.5, but it is what it is. One of the more classic, well-known 350 V2s in modern history. And again, the main difference here, the pull tab. Fast forward to now, I guess we'll call this the V2.2. Here we get exposed stripage, which is a big change from the previous two models. Another major change here, the addition of 3M Aerowear, which is more of a just for the reflective pair, obviously. I believe the non-reflective also has some components of 3M. Was it just the laces? I can't remember. Otherwise, the outsole is exactly the same. This one also creeps up the butt, still has the heel tab. And the pattern, the knit pattern specifically, is much different. You lose that ice cream swirliness to it, and you get more of this, whatever you would call it. But definitely a big shift in the Yeezy line. Here, because I got a full size up instead of a half size up, I can actually tolerate them with the insoles in, and it's super comfortable. So there you go. So that's the evolution of the Yeezy 350 line.
Hope you learned something. See you next time. Peace.